Alright, what's happening, y'all? We are going to do a bit of a build today, I guess. This is what we're starting with, and yeah. I've got to do a bit of an upgrade, and this is going to go to my son. But I can't have my case because I like my case, and apparently they stopped selling the damn thing, so he can kiss my grits. So anyway, we'll start with a bit of disassembly here. Now if you're smart, you'll have a flathead, which I don't have. But I do have these little clipperoonies here. Yeah, we just give that a turn. Yep, that's my reflection there. Alright, so that's what we're starting with. I don't know if you can see that. That's my previous build. Liquid cooler's kind of hard to see up in here, but it's in a little top piece. Power supply, nice 850, some SSDs all around. Capture card. Can't tell from looking at it by like that, or maybe you can, I don't know. Little 2080. But that's going to get an upgrade. Alright, well we're just going to get into it. Having like a little light like that, it's a nice little deal. You can snag it and get in there and see, because I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of little attachments and shit, and it's a pain in the ass. Especially when you're working on a black table with a black board and a black case and black wires. Yeah, I just can't see shit. Alright, so since we are basically going to reuse a lot of our stuff, such as the case and the hard drives, we don't have to take everything out. We're going to reuse the same power supply, and our cabling will be pretty much good to go. We have a CD drive in here, which they're almost antiquated, but hey, we still got one. We're going to basically try to give ourselves some room, so we'll start off with taking out our support bar for the video card. Just a little screw. I recommend you have a little bowls or something set up, which I didn't do, so I'm going to pause real quick and we'll do that. Alright, we said to hell with the little bowl. We're just going to use a little cloth to keep shit from flying around on us here. So we'll take this bad boy out of here. Easy peasy. Did we lose it? We did not lose it. It fell into our shirt. So that's kudos. Alright, so now you can see we've got a capture card. That's a nice board. And we'll disconnect the video card. Power supplies. Pop out the screws. Probably won't do a whole lot of talking in this video. It's more just kind of getting shit done, you know what I mean? For the video card, we're going to take that out. There's a release lever down here. Okay. So you just press down on that and you should be able to lift it out. But this one is up underneath this bitch. So take your time. Alright, so like I was saying, everything is kind of hidden, and this one is, as you can see, right down here. Little press lever. Just push that down, depress that. We're going to use a screwdriver here. And there it's released. Oh, we need one more screw out here though. Yeah, we'll be good. Try not to get the cart out before the horse too often. Let's give it another little push down here. There we go. All right. Yeah, just a quick mention, yeah. I was originally going to stream this, but I thought it was a good idea to just record this and post it on YouTube, just because that way I can pause it and take breaks, which I've already taken 25 breaks, but you won't know. So now you can see we can see pretty good. We're in good shape. We're going to pop the memory out now. Just little push buttons right there. It used to be old school. You'd have push buttons on both sides like these do actually. And you just release those. And they should pop right on out of there. Alright, well, we didn't really have to remove the RAM because this board's going to get reused. We'll go ahead and take off the motherboard power supply. So I don't know. Hopefully the new motherboard has the power supply in the same spot. We'll see. And that'll keep us from having to do too much rework on the cabling in the back. Oh, that bitch is on there. Anyway, there's that little depress here on the side, and it's depressed. But other than that, it's just being a bitch. There we go. Move that out. Start to disconnect the hard drives. Yeah. There you go. Easy peasy. Now we'll have to fight those later on. And this is the this is all the buttons and LEDs and stuff here. And they're just little pins that connect there. That's for the motherboard, or that's for the rather the case. All your on and off buttons, your light switches, any speaker you might have. This one is running the USB on the case. Let's go ahead and remove the capture card. I recommend you probably run a grounding strap, but I live on the wild side. Nope, that's not even held down. Look at that. Oh, we disconnected that a minute ago, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Goodo, prosciutto. We probably want to go ahead and pop these back down in there so we don't lose our little gratings. We'll leave it loose-ish. And we might have to move these around a little bit later on, depending on where our PCI slots are. Okay. Now the big deal here is we'll disconnect fans. Okay. Yeah. CPU monitor, RPMs and whatnot, and main controller. Okay. Yep. And then we have an LED controller in the back for that. Let's see what we got over here. We got the case fan. We'll just pop it through and out the way right there. Now we just need to take off the liquid cooler so we can get to the other motherboard power supply. Yeah. You can get on these with a screwdriver if you want, but this part right here will vary depending on what you have. to take them all the way off if we need to. We just need to get them loosened up, right? So we can pop it off of there. And this one's been running, and I do game. So they might be, the heat sink is probably going to be on there. Oh, it's going to pop off for us. There we go. We will redo that though before all said and done. And we're just going to lean that over the back side there a little bit. We could remove that entire cooler, and we might kind of pull it out into the side to give us some space. That's exactly what we're going to do. So hang on a second while I switch the screen here. Alright, so one of the good things about this case is it actually has a modular type setup here. Just set that down very gently over here. And we will begin to drop the cooler off the top. It just comes out in an assembly. You put it together and you can just pop it out the way later when you want to. It works great for cleaning it up, so you can get it out of there and hit it with a vacuum cleaner or whatever. And we're just going to push that out to the side a little bit. Like that. Be gentle on those fins. You don't want to scratch anything or bend those. There you go. Now we have more space. Yeah. And this is kind of where we need to be with it all anyway. Grab this power. There's a little depressor. There we go. One side. And these are two 4x pins. So it's 8x8, and just depending on your power supply. This is it's a modular power supply, so very nice. Okay, that's about it. We've got some more USBs down here, and audio. Here, this is the front panel audio for headset, and here is some more delicious USBs. And that's running front panel as well. Okay, we'll probably forget about that. Screwdriver went to Mary's house. Here it is. Now there's just a handful of screws here, 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 here. There's usually one here, but there's a piece here. Then we got one here, 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 and here. Pretty standard for an ATX full-size motherboard. We'll put that into our cloth over here. We don't want to lose those. My screwdriver is magnetized. It's not a strong magnet, but it's enough to gently pull out screws. But I also hold my finger up against the side and kind of wedge it against the screwdriver bit. That way I could get it out of there, no problem. Like I said, depending on your board, there might be one there in the middle. I could put one there, but I'd have to remove this. I probably need to make sure that I didn't do that, so I'm going to slide that to the side, I think, and make sure that I didn't throw one in there. Alright. This one we're just going to have to let the magnet do its job here. We also have one of these bad boys in case the magnet's not working. Oh, I try to show my toys off and I lose a fucking screw. Alright, we had to ferret that sucker out. It took us about 3.5 hours to get that screw. It had fallen down into a plate on the back side. We had to unleash the hounds and so on and so forth. So it was horrible. It was so horrible. Anyway, don't show off your tools. Just do the damn job. Lessons learned. Lessons learned, friend. Let's see what we got. Did we put a screw down? No, and it's even actually underneath that little piece. So yes, indeed. We did not do it. Not that you gotta have it by any means, yeah. Just snug as a bug in a rug. You don't need to put any ass on it. Computers do not require a lot of oomph. We've got 1, 2, 3 left to go. These are all the same. All the same type of screw size and thread density, or whatever you call that. Threads per inch. Yep, okay. So that gives us a free motherboard. Now it's going to kind of be held in. It's going to be held in there a little bit for two things. Make sure you don't have any cables coming out the back end, and then you should just be able to kind of lift it up a little bit there. It doesn't take much. Bring it up kind of slow and gently. Underneath it, there is a backing case underneath the CPU, or backing plate rather. And see that? We have a little bit of connectivity issue there. And voila, piece of cake, yeah? And that bad boy is ready to go. There's the backing plate I'm referring to. You can kind of grab onto that. And it's not that heavy, so you should be good. Alright, now we're just going to kind of put this thing here, get this case kind of sorted back out and set up. We're going to set it to the side, and we'll do a little bit of pre-work on the new motherboard, and we'll pull some parts over here, some fresh bits. Now's a good time to kind of go through and do any remainder spring cleaning now that you can kind of get in here, so I'll probably do that as well. But since it's involves a vacuum cleaner, I will most likely pause the video for that piece. So yep, we'll be back. Alright, so this is what we're working with. It looks like, yeah, the camera's even pointing the right direction so you can read that shit. We're going to be using a Dark Hero board, some G-Skill Ripjaw with about the lowest latency we felt like getting inside of our price range. And I believe we've gotten 32, we got 32 gigs here. Let's see, nope, we're actually going to be running 64 gigs, 32 pairs. So we'll hook that bad stuff up here in a little bit. Some outdated, antiquated POS 3080 and a 5700 Ryzen. So this is probably the wink link. That's what we'll be working with today. Oh, the wonders of it all. Now, where did I put my knife? Ah, there it is. Voila. Knives can make the whole process of opening boxes that much easier. They do a really good job on packaging these bad boys anymore, you know what I mean? You can have that. Stickers, if you want the stickers. This is the most important piece of the build right here. That is the manual. If you've never done that, please read the manual. And the drivers, also very important, but we won't be getting to that for any time soon. And that should be pretty much it. The rest of this is just, you know, nice fluff. Yeah, no, actually, there's going to be some cables in there somewhere. Okay. So what we're going to do is very gently jiggle, jiggle and jiggle and jiggle. Okay. We're going to take this bad boy out like so. Just going to flip this box over, and we're just going to set it right back down on the box like that. Easy, freezing peasy wheezy. Okay. Now you could just put that bad boy together, so you could put it straight into the case like that, but I like to get this stuff. Now, these are bulletproof. That's good. That's a bleeder. That's a bleeder right there. Okay. So matched pairs, they usually do it here and here. Okay. So this will be channel 1. Just pay attention to, there's a long side and a short side here. This is the long side's on the right hand side. And there, like so. Just push that down in there, and you'll hear click, click. Okay. Again, we'll match this here on the next channel. Click, click. Find another sticker. You know, you could put a lot of stickers on your build if you wanted to. But I'm old school, you know. I'm like, you know, even like my cars, I like them have that nice muffler on there. You know, they call those the sleepers. You just don't know what you're really up against. You think you got them because you got those glass packs, and you give it a little wooden at the freaking stop sign on a stoplight, and the other guy goes, but you don't know. There's a distinct feeling like maybe there's something under the hood, but you don't know the half of it, mister. You don't know the half of it. Okay. Click, click. I like these little heat sinks. I'm sure they dissipate lots of heat here after they're all snug as a bug in a freaking rug here. And this one's ornery. No, he's fine. There, and then that's an hour handle, and you can just fling it around with your fingers and hit it against the wall and play badminton with it. Or not. Or not, you know, the choice is yours, really. Alright, and then the next piece is, that's right, you guessed it, pull that little lever to the side, pull it back. We got to get into this bad boy here. Where's that knife again? Always running away on us, let me tell you. Let's see, 8 core, 16 thread, 4.6 gigahertz. Oh yeah, I think that's what they call a screaming demon. A screaming demon. We won't run it at that though, because stock is 3.4 gigs base, and we probably won't overclock it, because guess what? We probably don't need to, because this is more processor than you could probably ever freaking want. All that packaging for this little thin thing, all that big ass box, and it just, that's all you goes in there. There's some words of wisdom in there. You probably should read that. Read it all, fools. You know what? You read it all, and before you know it, you'll be spouting off technical specs to all your friends. Okay, and more stickers, right? More stickers. You'll have plenty of stickers. The biggest thing to note about these processors, okay, is, see if we can get it up there. You see that little golden triangle there on that corner? You see how it's not on any other corner? All right. Well, that matches a little triangle down here on the motherboard. So if you don't get that matched up, if you look, see, which I can't really show you too well. Again, black motherboard. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, the pins only go in there one way. The funny thing about these pins, though, let me tell you, is they bend really easy. So if you don't put that in the right spot, okay, there's a little diagonal, 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 and square cutout right here. So that square cutout's got to match. And we can see diagonal, 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 and square cutout. And if we put our flashlight on that bad boy, we would go, oh, yeah, there's the special mark right there. Look at that. Triangle. So we just put that bad boy right down there. Okay. And easy peasy. No pressure at all. Just kind of wiggle it. Maneuver it ever so slightly. Okay. Until you get it to just fall down in there. And then you pull that little handle down again. And it just snaps right under that little ridge there. And then boom. That sucker is in there. And it is done. That's pretty much all there is to that. What else can we preload on here? Nothing really. It looks like we might get lucky on our PCI Express slot there, on the little mini slot. So for later, I believe that was pretty much in the same location. We should be hopefully good to go here. Don't know how I feel about that big ass plastic fucking deal there. Fingers crossed I don't have to frickin' cut that shit. But it looks like it might get in the way of our video card. Let's look and see what we're gonna run into. And we'll just kind of set it up there and see if we're gonna run into any issues. Where'd that knife go again? Ah, there it is. Let's see here. We're not gonna put this in there yet, but we are just gonna kind of lay it up there and see and make sure that everything goes according to plan, because certainly they wouldn't be putting shit in my way. That would be very rude. And we'll just slide that over. And again, really nice packaging. Oh, it's so toy. Oh, it's toy like Toyga. And you're probably not going to realize this, but there is going to be more stickers in here. So, yeah, we'll have that going for us. Alright. And there should be a driver disc in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And we're going to go ahead and put that with our other book, because those are the two important discs that we'll need to install lickety-split. Alright. This is anti-static wrapping. Okay. Static electricity, obviously. A big deal. A big deal. Alright. Just pull that over. Keep that out of our way. I'm just going to reach in here ever so gently and rip it apart like it was Christmas paper wrapping. Well, we got it a little wonky. There we go. There we go. Alright, and we'll just set that there. Flip that bad boy over and set it right back down. Now, we could be using this, which we should have. We're going to put that on the floor. We're going to put this right there for now. We're going to slide this bad boy back over. And just to make sure we're in good shape, there's a plastic guard there. We don't care. Oh, shit tons of room, son. Shit tons of room, actually. Good. Good. Good, good, good. And we'll just put that back in the bag. Maybe. If it'll let us. Will you let us? Will you let us do it? It will. I had a talk with his mother. And he said it wasn't going to be a problem. We're just going to set that right over here like that for now. Alright. That's pretty much all we can do for right now. CMOS battery. I don't know. I've never really had one of those go bad on me, but you know, there it is in case you ever run into that. That's what stores all your data in your BIOS, basically. All your settings. That battery keeps it there, so even if you lose power, you don't lose your settings. It's kind of works like RAM back in the old day. I think they kind of go for like little miniature SSDs these days anymore, but there's the battery, so it must not all be that way. Somebody smarter in motherboard technology probably knows more about that than I do. Good times, good times. I think we're golden. I think we're golden. We're ready to put this into the case. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, we're getting kind of busy up here. We're going to put that here. Okay. We are going to slide this here, over there, our little, right here. Screwdriver is there. Actually, that's right next to our screwdriver. Or we'll be forever perplexed on its location. Now we are going to relocate our light. And let's move this over here as such. Now we'll take a quick break. Alright, take a quick break. We'll get our case back up here on the table, and we're going to start the assembly process. Easy peasy. We'll be done in like 5 seconds. Alright. Well, I almost forgot, but one of the main ingredients to any good build is, well, that's right, all natural Irish coffee. So make sure you get your fill on any beverage. Let's see. So we did do a little bit of cleanup on the case. We're satisfied with it. I mean, there's a little bit of dust in here, but you know what? I think there's a country song that says it best. You know, there might be a little dust on the bottle, but we don't give a shit. So, except for, you know, long ass hairs like that. You know, it's kind of like grass getting stuck in your lawnmower blades. There we go. That shit ain't mine. I don't know whose long-haired hippie ass is running around here getting their damn hair stuck in my shit. And we'll sort that little line up. Okay. We've got us a little damp towel. It's my preferred method. You could use other methods. I try to get the most of it with the vacuum cleaner. This build is pretty clean because of this case. I love this case. It's got filters all over the place that you kind of just check up on, so it keeps everything in pretty good clean order, you know. But despite what you do, there's always going to be a little bit. Oh shit, I missed that fan, didn't I? Look at all that. Look at all that crap, dude. The horror and the humanity of it all there. Anyway, that's why I use a little damp towel. Okay, it's fine. It'll come out in the wash, dude. Don't worry about it. Just throw it in the damn washing machine. Alright? Calm down. Alright. Now, you know, one of the things you probably would have to worry about a little bit more, and you won't have to worry about like I do, which is your cables won't already be ran. Because you will run that at the end, and basically with the power supply, you'll hook up the cables you need, slide that bad boy in, drive your cables to the back side, run it down your cableway, and then feed it back in. And that's kind of time consuming, so we won't be having to be doing that because we've already pretty much done that. And the beauty of that is we are basically using the next gen ROG motherboard. Okay, so the configuration is nearly identical to the previous generation. Also, should be, most of our cables will be just about where they need to be. Which is, that's right, you guessed it, beautiful. All right, the worst part of the whole deal right now is happening, which is putting the motherboard in the damn case. Okay, we got things in the way. So here's the little screw locations. If you get a new case, depending on, look at the case instructions, okay? But there's holes all over, and these are probably not going to be in there. You'll probably have to install them. But this is the standard configuration for ATX motherboard, okay? All right. Yeah. Without further ado, I guess we just can't sit here and dick the dog. We're gonna have to get in there. I like to try to use the backing plate as much as I can. Now, the other thing too to mention before you get to this stage, let's do that real quick, is now the heat sink that I use, okay, specifically links up to an AMD board, but if you're using an aftermarket cooler because you picked it up, you should know that at this stage or prior to putting in your RAM chips that you might actually have to change the backing plate and these hold down bars, okay, specifically for your cooler. So make sure you look at your cooler first before putting this in, or you'll have to put it back out, and you might have to change that back plate and any new hold down equipment that comes with your cooler. Now I know I'm good to go already because I really like buying shit that hooks up to stock equipment. I've had to change the backing plates before, and I know on my son's current PC that was the case, but it's not the case right now. So we're going to try to just slide. Well, you know what? We almost did. We almost did it. Oh, no, you know what? I don't have it because, so here, there can be a backing plate. They used to have these backing plates that were separate here for this portion, but now they just kind of making that part of the motherboard, but there used to be a piece that fits into the actual case there. So if that's the case, they just kind of pop in there. If there's one on yours, just pop it out the way. Or find the right one that matches your config. It should be in the motherboard. Packaging, which this one doesn't use that anymore. All right, here we go. TMI, I know they probably don't even do that shit anymore. Yep. Ever so gently. Ever so gently. We got shit in the way. And like I said, this will probably be easier for you because none of this shit will be there in the way. And we'll just go down nice and slow. Nice and slow. Move all the crap out of the way. Okay, and now we're just going to kind of levitate it over like so. To our screws like that. And yeah, that was too easy. I'm scared now. I'm scared I got a cable stuck underneath somewhere. Or I don't have a cable underneath. Let's shop and see. There we go. Told you. Told you, man. Yep. We need all that. That is our switches. Let's get our light. Our handy dandy mega light here. And if you want to buy one of these, there will be a link in the description below. Not really. Just get a nice big bright flashlight, especially if you're working black on black on black here. So it looks like we are golden. And then we are going to go ahead and, yep, we're in good shape. We're going to put our screws down. Oh dear, where'd our screws go? This is why I use bowls. That's why I use bowls. Done knocked all my screws on the floor. Rookie mistake. It's not true, I didn't really, but I figured I'd throw that out there for you. So when you throw yours on the floor, you'll know. You'll know you screwed the poodle. You know, why? I don't know why you did it. Don't ask me. That was your fault. I didn't have anything to do with it. Okay? Now, I'm so good, these are just lined straight up, son. Okay? Just boom. And we're going to put it in there a little snug. And it should kind of, just so you know, even without screws in there, you can see, once they're laid down correct, they're going to be right where they need to be. And that motherboard, even though you're moving it side to side there, okay, it's not gonna because you did it. You put it where it needed to be, and everything is hunky-dory. Damn you, magnet. It's fine. It's fine. See that? That's the beauty of magnet. Get you a magnetized screwdriver. Don't fuck around. Just do it. Makes your life better. Makes your life so much better. Okay?
What's the link?
It's just good. It's good. Okay? Right down into the hole. Okay? Turn, 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 turn. And we're not going to snug these down hard. We're just going to put them in there all loosey-goosey, okay? And we just don't want this bad boy running away, that's all. So we can move things around. Oh, shit. We missed it. We missed one here. Let's get the light. What's going on? Oh, no, it's good. It's good. I don't know why that one is so much lower. Because we're not seated properly, most likely. So let's loosen this up a little bit and make sure we're snapped in. But I'm guessing this top row has us at a disadvantage here. Okay. Yeah, you heard that? Yeah, there we go. It's still a little high, but we did kind of pop into place a little bit better. Let's make sure everything's good over here. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. Damn, I am sure as shit tempted to freaking. Don't think we're gonna put that one down hardcore. Okay. Not gonna put that one down hardcore. Why is it like that? Alright. Not to worry. Not to worry. Not to worry. Let's get the rest of these kind of snuggins. You bastard. Normally we could have maneuvered that, but not this time. Let's get this fan connector out the way here. Try it again. Ever so gently. This is why I'm not a doctor, because my hands shake too much, okay? Oh, but it's fine. I don't play the game Operation. I'm not gonna play the game Operation. Shaky hands is shaky hands. I actually went back, you know, when I was young. You son of a bitch. right in the middle of my monologue. God dang you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Papa wants a new pair of shoes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on out of there. Okay. Yeah, see, my screwdriver's losing its magnifications. Magnetizations. Still enough, but it ain't enough, you know what I mean? Ever so gently. You bastard. So what we might do is just use our big pudgy fingers, because you know what? If you can get your big pudgy fingers in there, it's probably okay. Like so. No problem. And then put your screwdriver down on there. Back it up and bring it down. Everything should just slide in ever so beautifully. Okay. No pressure. No pressure, I said. Okay. Well, I guess I'm overdue for a remagnetization of my screwdriver. It's a wondrous thing when you got it and it's working, but when it's not, boy, I tell you. Just the horror of it all. Yeah. Like a glove. Like a glove. Okay. That one is a little, it doesn't fill me with delight. Okay. Does not fill me with delight. Alright, so that bitch is down on there, okay? It's not super tight, but we don't need it to be super tight just yet, alright? As long as you don't forget that it's not super tight. Alright, so now here's the part where what you need to do is consult your manual, okay? And find out what all these little things are, alright? Okay, that 4 pin's got to go first, technically. Let's get it lined up. Give it the old side-to-side smooshy-doochy. And these connectors are, for the most part, foolproof, okay? Almost. Yeah, you can screw it up, and then you're good to go as soon as you hear the snap, okay? And there you are. Alright, we're going to take a quick break. Alright, let's see how we're looking. Yeah, we're almost finished. Look at that. We're about ready to start it up and run. Oh, there's the damn RAM list in the beginning. Look at all that. Approved RAMs. Alright. Anyway, if you need an approved RAM list, man, go check out the website for your motherboard manufacturer. Make sure you get the right stuff. In here somewhere, if you go straight through the cliff notes, there's going to be a breakdown of your motherboard, hopefully. Hopefully. I don't know what you bought, but hey, whatever. You do you, boo. And it'll give you the general location of all said things and a number corresponding to a table of contents, okay? And then you can go to that page and it'll give you more details. So for instance, if we wanted to know that number 6 was power connections and we went to page 11, we would find out, shit, that's not the right page. Did this book just lie to me? Power connections. Oh, I'm the 112. Nope, apparently I can't read. There it is. We'd go to page 112 and we'd find out, hey, this is what we need. Okay, we need an ATX power and then we need a 4-pin. All right. And then it says you could use an 8-pin, but that's over here. So that's what we got over here. And this one, so the previous motherboard actually had 2 8s. This one has an 8 and a 4. Okay. no problemo. And depending on your power supply, so like this one, these two go together, but if on older motherboards with some backwards compatibility, if you don't need that many pins, you would just use this one larger solid section. So these are no issue, you just pop them down on there. It's going to be the little bits, okay? It's going to be the little bits. That's going to be the time-consuming part, pain in the buttocks, you know what I mean? And you just push those down on there until you hear a click and click. And here comes that pull-proof section, so you can see these power connectors are square. Half moon, square, and it keeps you from putting it in the wrong way. You can mess it up, but it's harder. So, fear not. Fear not, my little Padawans. Alright, so that's hooked up.
I can get a bookmark as well if you want.
Well, yeah, we basically need, yeah, you can. So, well, we need to hook up our little attachments now, and we're going to kind of go around the case. So, we need to do audio first, okay? What's the front audio panel? It's number 14, all right, down here in the corner. So the good news is that's pretty much right where it was last time, okay? So our audio connector is sitting right there. And you can kind of look at these two, all right? So you can see, well, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Zoom in if you can't see, okay? There is basically, let's see, that is a 10 pin, missing 1 pin in the second to last slot here. And actually that's probably not right, it might be the second slot. There's a number pattern there, but I don't remember what it is, and I don't really care that much, but if you want more information you can find it on the internet somewhere. So we're going to match up, I see you probably can't see because it's so damn bright, but we're going to match up our HD audio connector, and we're going to make sure that the blank matches the audio connector, which it does. And we're going to get this all nice and smooth in here. And I apologize for you guys because I'm going to probably have to put the light on it. Oh, no, actually. Yep, we missed it. We only got half. We need to go back a little bit. I think we missed it again. We're only snagging half, my friends. We're going to hit it from the back side. Hit it from the back side. If you can't accomplish your task from the front side, don't feel bad. Okay, just slide the freaking thing around back and hit it from the back side. Are we home? Are we home free here? Let's have a look. Let's have a look from a different angle. It looks like we are about home free. Alright, we just need to give it the old wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle. Not much wiggle, just a little wiggle, okay? You don't want to over wiggle. That's never good for anybody. Just the right amount of wiggle. Alright, so that piece is done. Now we want to hook up our chassis fan here on the back side. Alright. So, we're pretty familiar with what those look like. We think it's right here on number 4. Fan and pump header. Yes. So we'll go to page 17. And what we're looking at taking a hold of here is this bad boy down here, okay? Didn't it say 17? Or did I screw that up again? 110. How do I keep doing that? I'm cross-eyed. I'm cross-eyed, friend. I'm cross-eyed. All right, here, and we're looking at H in this particular instance, okay? And then you can see what kind of control it has. The pump and water pump and the water pump. Which one is that? I can't remember. Anyway, some of them are on Q fan controls for fans, and that's what we're going to hit on down here, which is H, which is channel fan number 3. 12 watt, that's all we need for our back end exhaust fan. Okay, and these are kind of easy peasy too. So there's guides here, and they basically slide over the guide there. So you can't really mess those up either. You can, because it's just little plastic stuff, so you could technically force it. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to be all gentle. Motherboards, they deserve a lot of gentle touch, okay? You never want to be in a hurry. You typically don't want to be like me, which is tired and doing this, but we're doing it anyway, because you know what? We got shit to do. We don't have time to just sit around and fiddly on the fart, okay? We got to go and get things done. All right. But not too fast. You don't want to go too fast. All right, let's consult the manual. O Manuel on higheth, ye of manueledness. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, okay. Man, this motherboard is almost identical. We are missing a smaller PCI slot on this one. We had a different one. So where that battery was before, we had a PCI slot right there on our other one, which we can use it anyway because the video card's going to cover that up. So they were right to go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, we can hook up our SATAs. Now you probably want to put your main drive in slot. Let's see how they're set up here. Back in the day, my eyes used to work. So you probably put your main drive on SATA 1, and then 2, 3, 4. All right. We had them hooked up pretty much. I don't know that it really makes all that much difference, but they're basically sitting where they need to be. Okay. Otherwise, I'd have to go back and trace them. But when you're doing a fresh deal, you'll know. Just run one and then run the next. Okay. No big deal. And here, these are a one-way only ticket as well. Okay, they have an L design on them. So they'll only fit on there one way. Now, I had that sucker in there just a second ago. I'm trying to do this sight unseen. There you go. Just slides right in there. And slides right in there. You know, finesse again, but you don't have to be too finesse with these because they're more robust. You don't want to get crazy, but you know, you don't have to be ridiculously gentle with the crap. And of course, boom. All right, so good. That's Superfly. Superfly. Pretty sure that's how the kids say it. All right, we need to hook up our switches, and lest we not forget this bad boy. Okay. We can see right now where this one's going to go. So we need to find the USB home for that, which looks like right here, and then this bad boy, which looks like it's right there. But let's consult manual, and we're going to look for a USB drive down here on the bottom. And if your eyes work good, okay, you can just see. But we can see here, number 11, we're going to have a USB, and we've got 11 is 2 encased side-by-sides USB drives. For those, you can kind of tell on the pin pattern, okay? And then here we're going to have a missing blank in the corner. So we're just going to slide that in, and it doesn't really matter which one you put it into, okay? And just kind of get this lined up real nice, and it should slide right on there. I do not see a home for this bad boy at all. This saddens me. What is that for? I thought this was USBs. Might have to trace that back to its source. Because we do not have a home for this bad boy. This would have been... No, it's only got one blank. Not good, friends. Not good. Yeah, we'll have to take that back and see where it belongs. Because for the life of me, I can't remember what that is. Moving on. Moving on. Oh wait, hold on. Looks like we've got a home. Yep, we've got a home right here. Okay. So we're just gonna have to reroute that. We're gonna have to reroute that and come back around underneath and hit it right in here. And that's gonna give us, yep, that's gonna be our megaplex. Let's have a look and see what we're looking at here. Number 10, yeah, that's the 3.2 Gen 1 header. That's what that is. Yeah, I thought it was USB, but then the pins didn't match up for a double. So, but yeah, that's the new stuff. So what we'll do is worry about that in a minute. Let us hook up our switches and LEDs. Okay, and this one I'm gonna have to use the detailed page just because I can't see anymore. But if your eyes still work, you can actually see the crap on the motherboard. It will be listed there, and it's you can't really mess it up. Okay, so we're looking at 2123, which is the slow mode switch and the start button. All right, so 124. Unless I'm looking at the wrong row again, which I may well be doing some cross-eyed today. There we go. System panel header. Look at that. Look at that. Yep, page 125. That's what I've been trying to say, but nobody ever listens to me anymore. I don't know why. I mean, yeah. Okay. So we've got power LED, power button, hard drive LED, reset switch, blank, and a spare speaker, which this case doesn't have a speaker. I had one floating around for the longest time, but you know, I just don't think I have one anymore. So we are going to plus minus it. They're just circuit connectors, man, so you don't have to get crazy with it. Let's see. PLED is the top two. And what we're going to do is we're going to pause real quick and we're going to rotate this case so I can get a little closer to my work. All right. All right, we are rotated. And now, as you can see, we're much closer to our work, but we can't see shit. We have now turned a slightly lit area into the depths of the deepest abyss. So we're going to need some light on this situation here. Yes, indeed. So we got power switch, reset switch, HDD, there's power LED minus. Okay, so, and sometimes these come bricked. And sometimes the motherboard might actually give you a brick to connect these two, which this one might have. I probably should look before we get, you know what, let's do that. Hold on, we're going to pause again and see if we got a brick to put these on. Lo and behold, yep, there is a brick. So if you got one of these in there, basically it lets you connect all your little tiny wires up here where you can see and get to, and then basically just connect that to your motherboard in one fell swoop, which, you know what, it sure as hell makes the life much easier. Plus now you can see it's a little more foolproof. You can just see right there, plus minus all the yum yum dilly yumptious. Okay, we don't really have a lot of room anyway, so we're going to start with power LED minus. Okay, let's find that on here. Power LED minus is number 2 pin here. Minus, boop, and it just slides right in there. Okay. And power LED plus, yep, you guessed it, right next to it. It's like they were neighbors, like they knew they were going to be, you know, hanging out together. Oh, you bastard. There we go. Slide those suckers on there. Next to that we have ground power. I guess that's the power switch, huh? Okay. So we'll just put the words out. You can see there will be a little arrow here, and that means something. And that'll be good. You just pay attention to all that, and you'll be no problem. No problem. All right. So the top is HDD, and then the bottom part is reset switch. So we'll put this HDD LED on there, like so, and the reset switch. And we'll just slide that around the other side first. Oop. It's a little easier, believe it or not. And then, yeah, you're golden. So, if I'm not mistaken, we got to connect that over there. Now we just got to remember. HDD, power LED, I'm pretty sure it goes just like so. But let's have another look real quick to make sure. So, PLED on the top, HD on the bottom. And yep, just like that. That was way too easy. That is disturbing. You know what? C'est la vie, dude. That's the love. That's the love we live with. What is this? Oh, that's another USB. What the hell is it doing hanging over here? Well, we have a home for him. Right there. Okay. Just like we wanted. That's going to be our graphics card when we get to that part. We've got a fan. Should have two fans coming up in there somewhere. Alright, what are we missing? Not too much. Not too much now. We're almost there. Alright. Besides setting the freaking light bulbs in my freaking eye socket, what we did was we rerouted our next-gen USB around the back side. Remember and refer to earlier comments from around the back side. We obviously didn't do it well enough because we are in a super hellish predicament here. Oh, bend, my little snake, bend. Alright, what we might have to do is, yeah, pause and reroute that slightly to give us the appropriate bend. So we have basically we have a cable tray backing plate here on the back side, and basically we're kind of jammed in there a little bit. We don't have enough free willy room. Oh yeah, we do. There we go. Scratch that. If at first you succeed, try a not again. This one's pretty foolproof as well. There's a little slot. Line up your little slot. Well, we might need all of that. We might have to do some funky route here. It doesn't quite match up. The cable tray way doesn't really match up, so we're going to have to do some funky bending here with the wire. And we don't want to get too crazy with the pins. We want to get straight in on those. And there we go. And that's why they encased it, because they knew I was going to have issues. I do not like the stress that's putting on there very well. But I don't know that I have a lot of, here we go. I don't have a lot of option. I might have to bring it up through here. No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I'm not completely satisfied about that, but there's a little bit of binding basically here, but I don't think it'll amount to much. All right, we have a fan and a fan. These are the front fans. We're gonna go ahead and put them on here. We got a chassis fan connector here. Skip looch. Okay. And I think we had another one right here somewhere. Let's see. One of those is not like the others. Okay. So what we don't want to do, what do we got down here? Let's have a look. Book. Yeah, you can keep that. All right, let's see. We need W pump, W flow on 4, which is on 110. So let's see what those are here. And we're looking way down here now. So we're looking at, I should have brought my glasses. Where the hell is my glasses, dude? W pump, W flow.
I found a handheld mono glass if you want.
CPU fan, AIO pump, and then CPU optional 1. Say again, son?
I found a handheld mono glass.
Yeah, a handheld mono glass. Yeah, we'll be all right. Oh, there is a fan location there, but I need an extension to get there. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Chassis fan, chassis fan. Yeah, we're one fan short. And honestly, we'd be okay if we had a fan extension cord. Let's see if we got one. Yeah. Now, a good motherboard manufacturer, a good one, would give you a damn fan extension cord, because they know that a goddamn chassis fan location dead in the center of the fucking motherboard ain't gonna work, son. Okay? And you know what they did? You know what they did? They didn't give me one. Knowing damn well I need one. Sons of bitches. What in the fuck is that? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Let's see. Will that work? You know what they did? They might have given me one, bros. They might have given me one. Look at that shit. Will that work? I don't know. Let's see. There's some goddamn chassis deal. Now, I think it would work for my purposes, even though I don't believe this is what its intended purpose is. But at this point, I don't know that we give a shit. Okay? I don't know that we give a shit. See if we can slide it down on here. What we might do is we might run south over here, along the bottom and around. And then we might move this chassis fan right here, because I didn't see that one earlier. Okay. Let's see if that actually fits right here. I don't know if that's the intended purpose of said device, but you know what? Tempting, dude. Because it sure as shit looks like it might work. Holes match up dead on. Okay. Just gotta find the damn holes. Which we are currently unable to do, which, you know, I've had this problem before, you know. But I guess this is the price you pay for running the wrong shit to the wrong location for the wrong purpose. These dirty rotten bastards, though, they made the holes like dead on balls. Did we get it? Oh, I thought we had it. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, see, instead of squares, it's like straight up precision engineered here. This may not work. Let's do it over here where we can see if it'll even work. Yeah, they won't even fit in there. Okay, that's what's up. That's why. Oh, the pins won't actually work there. That's how they got us. That's how they got us. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You know what that is, though? You know what that is? Besides my nose and the top of my mustache. That is a problem for another day, friend. A problem for another day. Yep, we're gonna have to have an extension to get this sucker around there, and apparently this is not gonna work. Which we were hoping that we get lucky, but we're not gonna get lucky with that. Let's see what else we got in the bag of goodies. Some new shit you don't need, followed by some other shit that's not gonna work. You want it to work, friends. You want it to work for the non-intended purpose, but it will not. So goddamn it, Asus, put a fucking fan extension cord in your shit. I thought I had a secondary connector, but apparently no, because I'm not seeing it. We might check it out later, but for now, we've got the other fan working. Honestly, I think what we do want, though, is we want that fan and not this fan hooked up, because this one can get and reach more maximum flow into the unit, and we're gonna have to go under here, under here, son. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna have to reroute that cable though because we don't have the distance. We don't have the distance, friend. Okay. Shabadi shabadoo you. We can straight up pull it right on out of here, I believe. Ever so gently. Ever so gently. Crank! Okay. And then if we get lucky, you know what, screw lucky. We'll just run it over the top. We're just gonna completely defeat our cable management system here and just run this cable all willy-nilly. Okay. Yep, see the dog's barking. He doesn't agree with that decision at all. Yeah, I thought I had a converter to run, but apparently no. No, I do not. C'est la vie. C'est la vie, mon chien. Mon chien, la vie, all right, so, yep. We actually have a fan connector on the back. We might be able to put it in there. We'll look and see. We'll look and see. Oh, thank God. I just looked up and I was like, I wonder if it's been on pause for the last 20 minutes. All right, so we have decided that we are ready to get the heatsink cooler back on this freaking CPU, my dude. But in order to do that, we're going to have to clean the crap off the old one. All right. Now for this process, I recommend toilet paper, believe it or not. On the heatsink side. On the CPU side, we're good. That thing is pristine, clean. You could probably throw some Windex on there. I don't know. Don't get ridiculous with it. Nothing crazy on the cleaner side. That thing is pretty clean. You can just wipe it and then get rid of that toilet paper and then an actual paper towel. Okay. And I don't know if you saw that, but that is a lick. Okay. Because everybody knows that grease and water are immiscible. That's the word of the day. Immiscible. Look that one up. So the paper towel won't have as much floaty particles popping off of it as the TP, but the TP is more absorbent. So if you go over it with the TP first and then do a follow-up with the paper towel, you're pretty much good to go. The results may vary a little bit depending on your heatsink. Of course, if it's new, you won't have that problem. In fact, I have to use some thermal paste here, okay? But if your heatsink is new, again, it will most likely have a cover over it with the paste that you need already applied, and then basically all you need to do is just set it down. So just do a mock hold it in place here, okay? With all your heatsink and everything, just so you know, yep, that's how it's supposed to go, okay? Because you don't want a whole lot of fiddly farting around once it's time, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to squeezy some paste here. And you need, I don't know, you can look it up. It's just a thin coating, maybe like an 1/8 inch or something like that, all right? So I'm going to apply a little bit around like this, and I'm going to go all squiggly pattern here. And hopefully that we got enough on there, all right? Now what you're going to want to do from there, now see, I've got an outline basically from the last time it was on here. All right. And that'll probably be golden. This stuff is you want paper towels and stuff because this stuff, it's silver, right? And it's greasy and it likes to play silly games, all right? And then we just use our little, I don't know if you can see that too well, but it's tough shit, okay? So we've got a little squeegee, all right? So we're just gonna squeegee it. We're gonna get a nice coating everywhere. Get it everywhere. Nice. And just, I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm just very lightly moving it over the top. Okay. It looks like I don't have quite enough. We're gonna have to put a little more on there. We're close. You don't need it real thick. You don't want it real thick because it's gonna smush down on there. Okay, and you're gonna get us all nice and tight up there. You're really just trying to take up the imperfections. And we're just going to fill in the areas here to make sure we get a nice solid surface. And then we're going to squeegee that as flat as can be again here in a second. Okay. Yeah, some folks might have tricks on this. I find it's not really that big a deal. What you don't want to do is skip the step of having the paste on there because you know, temperature control is important. Nibbles, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna beat you senseless because I hate dogs. You know this. I've told you this. Shit, we might only be down maybe. Where are we at? This is a nice thin layer. You can't really see it, but I'm gonna go with maybe a 1/16 actually. And as you can see, this looks like it's been applied by a machine because I'm so good at this that you can't tell the difference between what I'm doing and what automated robots are doing. So, but you know, you won't be there as a novice. It's going to take you some time to get there. All right, and it looks like we got most of it. And nice and smooth. You know, it's like some pizza sauce, huh? Yeah, it's like some pizza sauce, nice and smooth. Everywhere you go, nice and smooth. I'll set that down. There's probably a book that tells you exactly how much to use. And then what we do is we just slide this bad boy over here a little bit. We want to go ahead and try to get us down, linking up on one side. We want to loosen our screws up to the point of too damn loose. It gives us enough room because we really just want to get these latched on there and then tighten it up from there. Okay. Now, sometimes these AMDs, these little flippity flop deals are kind of a pain in the ass. You know, if you just put, you know, I think there's some aftermarkets ones where you put them on there and you basically are just going to get them on there and then screw them down. Those are kind of nice, but you know, whatever. Whatever, dude. It's not rocket science. You can manage it. I believe in you. No matter. Now, I'm half tempted to destroy the realm right now with my cooler actually just kind of fall over constantly. I'm just going to brute force it here. Get it under the lip. And then we're going to kind of go straight down. Okay. God dang you. I don't want to slip and slide that much, you son of a bitch, you. And that's that, pretty much. And I give it a little wiggity wiggity. And we're golden. Little on that side, little on this side. Okay. Little on that side, little on this side. And if you don't want to, you know, do your fingers, just give it a get nice and down on there. It's all spring loaded. You can't really go wrong here, okay? Snug as a bug in a rug, dude. It'll still move if you really wanted it to, but for the most part, you're golden. Check your manufacturer here for how to hook up your cooler. If you're just using the stock heatsink, it just runs straight over to the CPU slot here. Alright. We're going to move that out of the way. We're going to grab our book again, okay? We're going to set that here for now. And I believe our CPU, and you can see this crap on the motherboard too. You can just look right on there and see. But I can't see too well, so I'm going to see. Yeah, we got CPU optional, CPU, and the auxiliary input-output pump there. So we have a different controller for this. We just have one signal wire, some effing wire. Ah, here it is. And that just slides right down on the CPU pin. And that's basically just going to give us our speed. That's all we need. Okay. Like I said, consult your books. Consult your books, fool. Read the manual. If you have questions, just you want me to have a look at it, you can ask away. I'll try to figure you in as much as I can. We're going to go ahead and set down our cooler now. Obviously, most of the work has been done on our cooler. It's all pretty much hooked up. So, all right. The only thing we didn't have a connector for, and I'm very sad about this, is one of our freaking front panel fans, and we do have a connector for it. We just can't reach. So, we'll have to wait for an extension. Now we've got video card power, motherboard power, USBs, audio front devices, CPU cooler, pump, memory, hard drives, and everything's running in the back on this one here. So, you know, you can do your own cable management. There's no point in me trying to show you all that wondrous things. Because really it's just time consuming. This build would take probably 3 times as long as if I had to do a fresh cableway. I would say this case is probably the bee's knees when it comes to that sort of thing, but since it's no longer for sale, such is life. You can't have it, bruh. You can't have it. Alright, so we just need to put in our capture card. Let's see if it's going to be down in the same slot use, and it is. Just pop that back down in here like so, and Mr. El Gato is back in the saddle again. Okay. That's really great for running a 2 PC setup, which I'm not currently doing, but I might again in the future. Currently my PCs are so strong right now that I don't need to. Okay. Now, before we get to the video card, do note that they put all these little plastic things all over the place to protect the shiny surfaces. So you're going to want to pull that off before you start putting stuff down on top that you can't get it out again. Okay. And this is a great time to showcase the little claw. Shabadooch. Maybe. It's going to call me a liar, isn't it? It's because I need light. You guys can't even see. Where's the Z's? You know what? It's going to call me a liar. Just grab it, dude. Oh, it totally grabbed it. It just wasn't strong enough. It wasn't strong enough. Use my strong hand, child. You son of a bitch! Love that sound. You almost thought something dangerous happened, but it wasn't. It was just me pulling away. There's one here too, goddammit. Isn't there? No. Yes. Yes. That's why you don't chew your nails, boys. What else? What else, guys? What are we missing? I don't think so. I don't think anything, really. We just got to drop in the video card and we are freaking ready for operating system installs. Just a word on that, if you would. Leave your internet cable disconnected during install, okay? I found this out the hard way. Microsoft's done some crazy things with their operating system. And it installs all kinds of stuff. It'll update automatically on the install, and it's basically a different operating system altogether from a Windows 10. Let's see. So we'll make sure that's out of the way. But just leave that internet cable disconnected. Boot it up. Run your motherboard disk first, and then run your graphics card disk second. You don't have to install all the fluffware on there. I typically don't. The main thing you're after is the drivers, of course. I won't be able to show that piece because I'm not set up for it. And I don't know if I can get set up for it. Plus, I don't want you guys to see my freaking super secret passcodes. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll just do an OS install one day in the future. Because really you don't need anything special for that. Aha. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Because anyway, really installing the OS is kind of like, you do a little OS install, you go in the other room, you watch some TV, because there's a whole lot of, file transfers and stuff like that going on. And it doesn't really require, you bastard. My claw has been completely useless this trip. I tell you what, going at it from the way they want you to go at it has been more troublesome than just getting it from the other side with the fingernail. I say that, and then I can't even get it from there either. You son of a bitch. Oh, there we go. We got it easy peasy with that hand. Use the right damn hand. All right, one last thing is we need to go around and give us like a quarter turn on all of our hold down screws before we put the video card in. Yeah, and we'll be good. We'll be good. This bad boy is nearly finished. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah, that was kind of snug to begin with. I normally would have done this earlier, but I forgot. And it's alright to forget for a little bit as long as you don't forget forever, you know what I mean? And they were pretty, they were snug enough, dude. I'm pretty sure they were golden. Yeah, you don't need to be Hercules here or anything. Yeah, we gotta get in on that one. This spare cable is giving us a little issue. Oh, get in there. Yes, yes. Yeah, that one was already tight. We just did that one. And that one. Oh, yeah, just the final piece. It's the final countdown. Set our discs to the side. Alright, just now backing plate. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so take that off. Have a look-see, and we'll go ahead and take the protective covering off before we even get in there. Okay, we don't need our video card getting all warm and turning that into an actual piece. Oh, you bastard. You son of a bitch. How dare you? How dare you? Oh, you son of a bitch. What in the hell? Who put this on there with, it feels like actual adhesive, dude. I can't believe it. I'm literally losing my freaking mind over this crap right now. These sons of bitches, dude. Who did this? Who was in charge of this? Okay. Too much glue, homeboy. What the fudge? Ugh, I can't even get it off my finger. Yeah, see, we missed a piece over here. Unbelievable. Okay. If that piece goes all the way up, yeah, we better go ahead and take that too. You got to take out the little protectors because it's put on first. I don't want to, but if I put it in there, I may not be able to get it off afterwards. Well, I know I won't, because it'll be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay. And you can just put your connectors back in there. I leave them in there, and I just pull out the ones I need. It's HDMI. And just 3 more. Skizzies. Skizzy with zines. Oh no, there's another HDMI right there. Good. I wonder if you could actually run that many monitors off this bitch at once, bro. I don't know. Alright. And we drop it in there. Just pop that back and it'll snap into place. That's going to be a bitch to get to later, isn't it? Well, we're going to have to drop this one out. It's in the way. We'll put it on when we're done. Yeah, just make sure you keep an eye all over the place. Nothing should be forced, and that's it. Really, it just snaps right in there. Okay. We'll go ahead and put the plastic protector back on there. And we'll go ahead and put the hold down screws on there. I see you guys can't even see where I'm working here. Let's move it forward a little bit. Oh, you know what I'm doing though. Just the screws on the side there. These are probably too heavy for my failing magnet. But you can kind of get it to where it needs to go, and then boom, boom. We're not going to snug that down. We're just going to go kind of loosey-goosey down on there. We don't want it moving around. Come on now, Brady. Here me now, here me now. Okay. We got power to connect. I don't like that. Hang on, let's reroute this. What in the hell? Can't believe you guys almost let me get away with that. How disturbing. How disturbing is that? Now, yeah, we'll just drop that down here behind this bad boy, like so. And kind of get it down underneath those fans there, like that. There we go. And this bad boy, it also needs to run down there. And get it folded a little bit, like so. And then these bad boys, I swear this damn thing's upside down in it. That'd be alright. You could flip it over and then all that shit disappears. But I'm going to let it fly. We got another piece of protective covering here. Bad chance getting that bad boy off, huh? Is there a protective coating on that, or did we pull that off earlier? I can't tell. I'm going to go with we got it earlier. All right. So, yeah. Power Uno and Power Ducho. And that's that. That's the most unsightly piece to the whole build, isn't it? But it is what it is, my friends. Double check that, that's good. Hard drives are golden. CD drive's golden. We'll give it a once over with the old flashlight here. But that is a completed build. And the only thing we're missing is a freaking chassis fan extension cord. That's it, my friends. There it is. What are we missing? I feel like you fools. Oh, we need to tighten down here. I feel like we fools are missing something here. Oh, and we need to put in our bar, our support bar. Yeah. This card probably came with a new one. Let's look. If not, I have the old one, the biggie. Yeah, looks like we have to use the old one because I don't see one. I don't see one. That was close. We almost got some long haired hippie juice in there. Some of the adhesive is kind of coming loose on this. But that's all right. We're in good shape. All right, so if we go here, which we're going to, okay, we need our capture card off and the one just above it off. Okay. No big deal. And that'll keep the card from sagging. This one's pretty tough, but you know, I don't know. Is it really necessary? I don't know. I ran for a long time without them. But then I got one. Came with one of my cards, apparently not this one. And you know what? Why not? And all it does is help distribute some of that load. Okay. So. You know what? We're just going to drop them on there and then we're going to lower into place. How about that? Yeah, let's, work smarter, not harder. Okay. So much for smarter. Come on, Magnet, do your thing. Do your thing, Magnet. You got this. Are you strong enough? No? You want to be like that, huh? Come on now. There you go. That's right. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Come on. You bastard! I set you up. You were primed real estate. It's always got to be, it's always the last screw is the problem. Always the last one. Now, if we don't screw this piece up, we're going to be golden here. The problem is the plate underneath is getting misaligned as well. Right. But you son of a bitch. Are you going to work for us or what? Oh my goodness. We're finally going to have a use for it. So we can see. Finally going to have a use for it so we can see the damn hole. Yep, that backing plate kept getting out of whack. There we go. We got it started. We got it started with the claw. Alright, now you just gotta, let's see, is this even gonna work on this one? It doesn't seem like it, huh? We might not be able to get away with it. Let's see what happens when we tighten it down. Looks like we're not gonna be able to use it. Oh yeah, we will. Give it a nice little smush up against. Yeah. Tighten it down. There we go. There we go. Piece of cake, my friends. Piece of cake. There you go. That's the end of the game. That is the end of the game. Put our cooler cover back on. Preferably the correct direction numbnuts. Yeah. And our tempered glass. I'll tell you what comes next, but I think you already know. Now, it's time to go freaking climb our ass underneath the freaking table. Actually, we need to put on the backing plate because we took that off earlier while you guys weren't watching. And that's on there. Give it the old testy 1-2. You make sure before you start flipping crap around, and then bam, because that is not plastic, friends. All right. And there you go. That's the back. I think we can put our other fan in here. Yeah, I think we can put our other fan in here. But we're not going to just yet. I'll have to look this up because I don't freaking remember. That was the stretch right there. The CPU power is a pretty long ways away. These were like on the edge here. The rest of the cables are running down here in this column, and it has a backing plate. And that's it. And that just makes for me putting the damn thing on incorrectly. Apparently. Oh, there we go. Yep. It was supposed to go in the groove. And yeah, screws on that end there, and that in there, and then boom. Apparently we had some snot on there. I don't know what that's all about. Yep, Cooler Master really needs to restart manufacturing this again because this is their best case. And I love it. But you can't get it no more, man. You can't get it no more. Nice front design. And the Super HDMIs. Power reset, LEDs, and headphone jacks. Everything just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Plus this little cubby hole. It actually works pretty well for a hard drive, just to kind of sit in there for an external hard drive, obviously. Well, gentlemen and ladies, that wraps up this portion of the computer build process. So thanks pretty much for watching. If you liked it, you know, like and subscribe. That's what all the big time say. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and yeah, we'll see you very soon. Goodbye. You know what? Before I leave, if you have any questions, comments, just leave it down below. I'll see what I can do about getting back to you. I don't check too often, but I'll see what I can do. And yeah, take care.